Okay, before I start this review, I want to tell you all that I have a lot of things on my plate right now, so I will not be able to do these videos every week as I has before, but I will try to do these videos as often as I can. Okay, so let's go on with the review. I would not consider myself an anime fan. I do not like series like Pokemon or One Piece that has those overblown expressions or where the entire background is replaced with bright lights. For me, that's just annoying. But I have found some animes that I do like, that doesn't use any of those real annoying gimmicks. If anybody wonders, my favorites are Black Lagoon and Death Note, both of which I hope to review one day in the future. But today I want to review another one of those few animes that I do genuinely like, and that's Silver Fang, or Ginga Nagareboshi Gin. That is the original title. The show premiered in 1986 and was never dubbed into English. It's about a pup named Jin that is the third in a generation of dogs that has been trained by bear hunter Takeda to kill the monstrous Akakabuto. The first part of this series is definitely the best, as we see Jin's birth and development. At his birth, Jin's best friend becomes a young boy named Daisuke, that is Takeda's grandson. Jin is then handpicked by Takeda to be the next big hunter. To see Takeda train Jin is really interesting, cause a lot of it can be described as animal cruelty, like only feeding him bear meat that is very sour so that he will learn to survive on whatever is available, or having him swim in icy cold water. But Takeda only does this to make Jin a better hunter. In a way, you can almost see this as the Ender's Game of animated series. At first, Daisuke disliked the way Jin is treated, but after seeing what effect it has on him, he starts training himself, partly to follow in his grandfather's footsteps, but I also think it is to show Jin that even if he can't really help him, he can still be there at his side during the hardest moments. Okay, since the characters in the first couple of episodes are almost all human, let's go through them first so we can take the dog characters later, okay? Takeda is definitely one of the most badass characters in anime history. In one episode, he and Jin's father, Ricky, was trapped in a cave, and Takeda had a broken leg, and Ricky was too weak to run for help. So Takeda, he took a knife and cut off his own foot and force-fed it to Ricky. So that Ricky would, regain his strength. Even if the old man is not really in his prime anymore, he's still a real badass. I also found myself really liking Daisuke. He is not some whiny brat. He is hardworking, dedicated, and he is a loyal friend. I also like how perplexed his dad gets when he trains so much, Then there is Dr. Hidetoshi, or however you want to pronounce his name. All the names in this show is so fucking odd, man. He uses high-tech rifles and arrows to hunt bears. He also has a German shepherd named John. Akakabuto killed his dad. This creates a friendly conflict between him and Takeda, to see which one will, take out the big bear first. But we still see how much they respect each other. The first couple of episodes have a rather slow pace, which works for a while, but just as I thought it was getting boring, the series really picks itself up. Jin meets a pack of wild dogs, and then the dog characters start talking. At first this annoyed me, since I really liked how Jin was silent, so you could sort of guess what he was thinking. But On the other hand, I really liked a lot of these dog characters. Gin proved to be a likable lead. He has a natural sense of justice and courage, but still remains a childlike curiosity and innocence. John the German Shepherd is very arrogant, but he is also very brave and honest. But my favorite character, at least among the dogs, is Ben. When John first meets Ben, he bites him in the neck, and Ben just rolls his eyes and say, "Are you done, son?" He is a real badass, but he is also very kind towards the dogs he cares about. Later in the series, Ben starts to go blind, and he even plans to give the leadership of his platoon to Gin, and enough had happened at that point for this to seem believable. Ben takes Gin to meet their leader, that turns out to be Ricky, that has been presumed dead for a long time now, but now that it is revealed that he is alive, it also shows that he has severe amnesia. He sends his pack to different areas of Japan to find strong males to help them fight Akakabuto. We meet the Kai brothers that uses their strength in numbers and bodies to bring down prey more than twice their size. Then we meet Moss, the king of the Misty Mountains. Due to a misunderstanding, a war breaks out between Jin's group and the Misty Mountain dogs. When it all resolves, Moss gladly joins the group. Moss is a barbarian, but he is also very intelligent and humorous. He also has a motherly side to him, showed when he saves an enemy's puppy. Definitely one of the best characters in the series. By the way, that misunderstanding I mentioned before was a setup by Sniper, the Doberman that never misses. He is Ricky's second in command, but secretly plans to take over the pack. There's also Hyena, that starts out as Sniper's cowardly sidekick, but later becomes a trusty ally to Gin and the rest of the group. In a way, I'm glad they never dubbed this series, because all the voice work in this is superb. All the voices fit perfectly to their respective character, especially whoever did the voice for Moss and Hyena. Cannot say the same for the animation though. Some scenes look really nice, but for the most part the character animation is stiff and the background is kind of sloppy. The lip sync is bad even for an anime. The dogs barely even shuts their mouths all the way. And it has that annoying cliche where the entire background fills with bright light. But to be fair, this was made in the 80s, a time when nobody did animated series with a high budget. The show has some story problems as well. The part with the ninja dogs could have been interesting if it wasn't for the fact that it is the same scenario as the one with the dogs from Misty Mountains, so it all feels very repetitive. I was also pretty disappointed with the ending. Instead of Gin and Ricky uses what they learned to take down Akakabuto, they use this lame lightning attack that all males in the family can do. Even when Takeda gets a chance for revenge, the show goes with this pointless special move. With other words, this show could have been over in seconds if just one of them did this to begin with. Also, the part when Ben kills Sniper by jumping off a cliff while holding Sniper in his jaws could have been an emotional moment if Ben didn't return later. It just makes me question, why did he survive and not Sniper? Or Hyena for that matter, that commits suicide after regretting everything he's done under Sniper's command. Ben had a great death and the writers ruined it. But I will give the ending this. I like that Gin became the pack's new leader and didn't go back to Daisuke, since he isn't the pup Daisuke and Takeda raised anymore. I know that I have bitched a lot about this show, but trust me, the story and the characters makes more than up for any shortcomings the series had. And if you don't mind reading subtitles, this is a show any anime fan can appreciate.